think it's a very sad day for Leeds. I think it's slightly sad for football.
This is an adventure, and I hope it can go a long way as an adventure.
We lived the dream. We enjoyed the dream.
I look on them all, every one of them in this club, as my own son.
Leeds United in the 21st century. It could have been a soap opera. There's been triumph, tears, scandal, and a grim fascination in their world falling apart.
I hold him straight away and I said, Michael just been given the sack, and he went, what?
For him to leave, I think it was better.
Jonathon Woodgate was a player we did not want to sell.
I still believe we did what was right for the long-term financial health of the football club.
And it was a bit like, you know, what's happening, and the soul is getting ripped out here.
May the 8th, 2001. David O'Leary's Leeds United are in Valencia for the second leg of the Champions League semi-final, after the first match at Elland Road had finished goalless.
Once you got to the semi-final, you dreamt of getting to the final, and we went into the second leg quite hopeful, and I know the players were very much looking forward to nicking the away goal and get through to the final, but obviously it wasn't to be.
But Leeds' chances of reaching only their second ever European Cup final were dealt a cruel blow by UEFA. On the eve of the game, they announced their decision to suspend Lee Bowyer for an incident which had taken place in the first leg. It had gone unpunished by referee Pierluigi Collina.
Typical us, nothing could run smoothly. Could not believe it. Don't know what it was for in many ways. I met, funny enough, on the Friday, Collina. He couldn't believe himself because he didn't see anything in the game.
Certainly I know a number of people felt that it was probably because it was Leeds United, but I don't think you can really say that. I think you just have to say, that's the decision, let's get on with it and not dwell on it. But there's no doubt it impacted on the team, it rattled the team ahead of such a big game.
Leeds went down 3-0 in Valencia, but their achievement in reaching the Champions League semi-final at the first attempt still sets them apart from all other English clubs who've entered the competition. Bowyer's suspension was even harder to take because of his extraordinary form during the run to that semi-final. Extraordinary because it coincided with the first of two court cases involving him and teammate Jonathon Woodgate, both accused of attacking a student.
I think he was a one-off, freaky type of person, that amazing fitness level. And I think that he was sitting in court all week, whenever he'd come down, and I think the Saturday was the release from him, because Lee is a type that if you had him in at 9 in the morning to 9 at night, as long as there's a football there, he wouldn't mind training. And he was fantastic to deal with within the football club.
I think Bowyer was very impressive, you know, when he plays under those circumstances. Especially in front of the crowd, we were always bowing him, and you know. But I think he showed character.
Let's go fucking, let's go! Let's go fucking, let's go!
Woody was daft, and I seen, you know, he didn't handle it like Lee did, and he become a kind of a skeleton, washed out and drained, and couldn't really play in the end. And but a person again who was fantastic to deal with within the football club. I never had an ounce of trouble out of either of them.
There was still humour, especially with the senior players. You know, I mean, we wanted to keep that spirit going. You know, and wanted to know that we're behind them. You know, whatever happens.
But that team spirit was severely tested when defender Michael Dewberry, found innocent on his sole charge of perverting the course of justice, gave evidence against Woodgate. Just hours later, the two men had to play together in a reserve game.
I tried to say, listen, I had no choice. She said, no, you know, you've killed me.
What Dubes did, I think he knew that he's gonna be in danger, and it's gonna impact more to the club and more into the situation and to himself. So I think both boys were sensible enough that they were still coming in, having talks together, and you know, laughing and joking around.
For everyone involved, the nightmare was intensified by one newspaper article. It suggested that the attack on Sarfraz Najib was racially motivated, causing the trial to collapse.
Oh, it was good. Try and run a football team, and the way certain people got carried away at Leeds and around the club and outside, didn't appreciate what we were doing and still having to go through the court stuff and run a football club. They didn't. They took us for granted on that, and to say to go through that again, I didn't know whether I could face it again.
And I don't think anybody who wasn't intimately involved with Leeds United at the time can truly understand how much that took out of many of us at the club. The mailbag on a daily basis was appalling. All of it vitriolic against me personally, against the club, because we were still playing. Lee and Jonathan, people had prejudged the outcome. And you know, a number of the letters had to be passed on to the police because they were so threatening.
Peter was a great support to me. That the threats that my family were under, my wife, who never comes to football, what's it to do with her, and what we were living through. It was just a very, very bad time.